Reverend Father Robert Kajoh, the Chaplain of St. Anselm Chaplaincy Gwagwalada, has called on Nigerians to unite against polarised approach to insecurity to surmount the menace. Kajoh gave the advice on the sideline of the 20th anniversary of his priestly ordination celebration in Abuja.
And yes, the text has cited about, whatever we are going through is not meant to destroy us, can only be actualized if people rally together and resolve that they are going to be better than what they are going through. For instance, if there is a commitment, and that understanding has to be there first and foremost, that this is an opportunity. And what does this opportunity invite us to do? It's a time to rise up in prayer. It's also a time to coalesce, to come together. It's a time to unify in faith and in trust. It's also a time to bind together as a people.
He stressed the need for unity among the citizens to fast-track the efforts to turn the tide of insecurity in the country.
So for us as a nation, the question now becomes, where do we go from here? And do we want Nigeria to be better, or do we not want Nigeria to continue to bleed? The truth is that nobody wants things to continue to go on as they are right now, because people are dying. Hoodlums are all over the place. Bandits are all over the place. Herdsmen have taken over. Can we turn this around? The answer is yes. But as a people of faith, we have to agree and put aside churches, divisions according to churches, denominations, and all whatnot, and come together and pray.
Reverend Sister Otitochi Ezewulu, the headmistress of St. Paul Primary School in Gwagwalada, described Kajoh as a source of inspiration to many and a counselor who had impacted many positively.
I've known him for 4 years now. I think he's a committed priest that always give his time for God's work. He's the parish priest St. Anselm Chaplaincy. He's a counselor of the congregation of Missionary Society of St. Paul of Nigeria. He's really a mentor. His preaching is such that touch people's life so deep. And many people testify about that. He worked for God. His ministry is really a very good one. When he preached, you must go home with something. He preached God, and he put God in people. He encouraged people to pray, and he prays too.
The vice chairman of the Chaplaincy Council, Mr. Shadrach Adejo, said 20 faithful years in the Lord's vineyard was worth celebrating.
If you look at 20 years, it's not 20 days. So my experience in the course of this journey is like I've learned a lot from him because of his wide knowledge and because I work directly with him as a vice chairman of the church council. He take decision, we agreed, and I'll be on my toes to make sure that it comes to pass. And most of the time, it gives me a lot of knowledge and encouragement from him, and also with the way of advice that he do, it's also give me a lot of sense of direction.
Miss Liliana Nefu, a young entrepreneur and member of the church, said Kajoh had impacted the lives of many people in the church, particularly the youth.
Father Bob is everybody's father, not father as in the sense of being a chaplain. He has played the role of like a real father to every young person in this church. He's somebody that almost everybody looks up to, most especially the young people. I myself look up to him for a lot of things, and he's also a mentor, a spiritual director, and lots more. I pray that he lives to even celebrate up to 70 years in priesthood. Who knows, by that time he might even be the Pope of the church someday. That's my biggest prayer for him. So that I'll have an opportunity to go to Rome and visit my chaplain of the time.